Come on, how far?
Yeah, we are waiting for him to come. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
Good evening.
Yeah, Mark is
Sorry, I'm in the office. I couldn't go where my gate is. Even I have plenty gates at home.
Charlie, you're looking fresh, Chairman.
Thank you.
Chairman, you don't look fresh fast.
Madam is looking after you well, you know that.
Yeah, I think Mark is on.
Hi, Fad.
Yeah, hello, Mark.
How you doing?
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mike. Mark, sorry.
Yeah, so
Very cold in England today.
Yeah, everybody's cool here. Everything is cool here. So, as I told you in the email, we've been discussing us now, and then we want you to give us update on what's up with the supporters club and then other stuff. Members want to know the benefits of being affiliated to Arsenal and other stuff. So.
How many people do you think will be joining?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can start now, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, people just going to ask me questions or?
Probably if anybody wants to ask a question, they can ask the question. But a little introduction and then your role at Arsenal.
Okay. Well, I'm the supporters liaison officer at Arsenal. Part of my role is looking after all our supporters clubs around the world. We have about 250 now. Every corner of the world is represented. I was on a call with New Zealand yesterday. Obviously you guys today, and I'll be speaking to our Danish supporters club tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's great that we can get all you guys together. One of the things with the COVID crisis is everyone started to use their Zoom calls and Teams and what have you, so that's great. But as I say, my role is very wide-ranging. I deal with all the various different departments in the club. Mainly, my main part of my role is on match days, looking after the supporters, attending the game. I go to every single game, home and away. Obviously, I don't do that at the minute because we're playing behind closed doors. Looking forward to the days we can get back to that. And yeah, as far as supporters clubs are concerned, we run the extranet system so we can communicate out to people. Supporters clubs are allowed to apply for tickets when we're actually able to give tickets out, which we're not at the minute. And other advantages of supporters club, obviously it's an official. You've got your link to Arsenal there. Yeah. You can get a discount in the club shop. You can get a discount on tours. Ticketing is the main thing. So if you guys are ever coming over to England to see family or whatever, and you want to come to a game, then tickets can be organised. And yeah, and from time to time, there's different things that come through for supporters clubs that we feed through to you guys. But you know, at the minute, there's not a lot going on because of the COVID crisis, and obviously budgets are pretty tight at the club at the minute because there's no income. So yeah, but that's it in a nutshell, really.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So anyone have question for Mark? Let's make it jiffy.
So it's been a very exciting.
Just unmute your. If you want to have a question for Mark, just unmute it and then ask Mark the question so that you just. You know.
Hi, Mike.
Shy. Hello, mate.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, Mark. My first question to you is so what is the update on supporters now? Because we have not been having updates on what the club wants from us from now. So we just want to know the updates from Arsenal to us.
Just keep recruiting people within your country and supporting the club. Obviously, you're watching games together. Well, if you're allowed to, I'm not sure what the situation is in Ghana at the minute. But yeah, so just carry on as you are. Really, there's nothing great and new to tell you on that score.
Okay. So anyone have any question to ask Mark?
You've gone shy.
Everybody's shy.
No, Father, actually, I have a question that
your name,
need to ask.
Your name, and then yeah.
My name is Oscar Mauli Noati.
Okay.
Hi, Oscar.
All right. So my question to Mark is, he spoke about funds not coming in at this moment because of COVID-19.
Sorry. Oscar, can you unmute? I think I muted you. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he made mention of the fact that money is not coming in now that COVID is around and all that. So its budget is very, very tight right now at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I said same to someone, and the fellow was like, but they signed sponsorship deals, TV rights, and all that. So why can't they manage with those funds that they've accrued over the years, so to speak?
Yeah. I think that's a fair question, but it's not really. They don't know the full story. In effect, the fact of the matter is the way the finances are set up at Arsenal. 50% of our income is from match day revenues. So that's a big chunk out of our revenue at the minute that we're not earning. So that is one factor. And basically, we've always run on what we earn, we spend. And if you look back over the last 4 seasons, we've spent over £400 million on players, which is a massive investment. Now, you might not think that investment was that great in terms of some of the players that we signed, but we have spent the money. So they are investing in players, but in the current situation, there is not a lot of disposable income. We basically have to sell players if we want to buy more.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that answers you.
Yeah, I've been answered. But well, I'll ask a follow-up question, possibly.
Yeah,
I will.
Go on, Oscar. Ask it now.
Okay, so yes, indeed, we've spent around $400 million or pounds, you were saying, over the last couple of years. But one would say, then how are we able to manage this together with success? It's eluded us the last couple of years. We've not been able to win bigger trophies. We are only managing with the FA Cup here and there, and sometimes the Champions League qualification do adds a lot of money to us, but it is not coming in now. So how are we able to manage those And now that these funds are not coming in, how are we able to manage those and stay afloat as a club? And how is this going to impact on the performance of the football club as a whole?
Okay, again, another good question. I think with the change over from Arsene Wenger a couple of years back, and then through the Unai Emery time, the club has really had a big change around in terms of their attitude to how they're going to get back into the Champions League, which, as you say, is very important for the club's future finances. And the way the club are looking to do that is to get better value from the signings that they make, and use more statistical analysis to make sure that the money they spend is spent wisely, and then hopefully performances will improve, and we can re-qualify for the Champions League and move on from there. But I would say, we did win the FA Cup last year. There's only 4 trophies you can win every year. So there are 91 other clubs in England who would be very keen to win the FA Cup. So, there's levels. I'd rather win a trophy than not win anything.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so next.
Yeah, Father, I have a question.
Okay, your name and then just your name.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
my name is Yaosanogo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Talking about finances, you just said that about 50% of the money we generate do come from gate proceeds or supporters being at the stadium. Someone will then ask, we have a rich owner, just like Chelsea have, just like Man City have, just like Paris Saint-Germain do have.
Yeah.
About investing coming from the cronkies directly into the club. How has it been coming? And then in the situation we find ourselves in terms of going after players and stuff, how are they ready to help sustain the club?
Well, it's quite a long and complicated answer to that in a way. One, I don't think we should ever put ourselves into the same category as Chelsea and Manchester City. Their money, you can't. It's not particularly nice money, shall we say? Arsenal Football Club have always been that we work within our budget, much the same as Liverpool, and Liverpool have turned it round. They don't have a rich benefactor to bail them out, and as an Arsenal supporter, as much as the idea of somebody coming in and giving us loads of money is appealing, I'd also rather do it in the correct way. Now, Chelsea's money, the man is a criminal. And Man City, it's just oil money. And they're trying to make their country look better. Same as PSG with their money. They're trying to make their country look better by investing heavily. I just don't think it's the route we'll go down. The Cronkies do not invest in their sports teams all around the world. I can't see it happening, to be honest. And also, the problems with financial fair play. We've got to stay within our means, and I just don't think we really want to go down the route of, shall we say, dodgy money. That's my opinion.
Okay. Wow.
I think it's a fair explanation, which I've always held that position myself. I feel that yes, we should invest, but it should be the right way. We are Arsenal and we do things the Arsenal way.
Yeah, I think you're totally correct. and that's why one of the reasons we love the club. And we've got a team now with 5 or 6 really good youngsters coming through. Added with the experienced players we've got that we've brought in, there's potential there that we could have a really good team again. And again, Arsenal have always built their teams with lots of youth players, and Bukayo Saka is a fantastic player. Reece Nelson, people like that. Another guy to watch out for is Emil Smith-Rowe. If he can stay free from injury, he's a bit injury prone at the minute, but I think he could be the best of the lot. I think it's exciting times now under Mikel, and we're making big strides forward. And I think we could surprise a few teams this season.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah,
Your name?
my name is Bismarck.
Hi, Bismarck.
Hi. So I want to know, there are so many supporters club banners in the Emirates Stadium, right?
Yeah.
You have countries like the United States, Canada, and all that. So as supporters club of Ghana, right? Is there any criteria to follow to get a banner at the Emirates Stadium?
Yeah, it's very, very straightforward. All you need to do is let me know that you want a banner to go up. What we're doing currently is we're using each club's official logo because we want to make it look a bit more standardised in the stadium. And then what we'll do is link you in with the people that manufacture all the banners, and they will give you a quote for the work, and then you just get it produced, and they send it to us, and we'll put it up in the stadium. It's usually about £100, just over £100 to get it done.
Nice. So, Chairman, over to you.
Yeah,
over to you. Over to you, Bob.
Definitely. By the end of the season, to come, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'd be great to have an Arsenal Ghana.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Definitely.
Chairman, I have a question.
Okay, your name?
Okay, I'm Awal.
Okay, Awal.
My question has to do with the club finances.
Okay.
We were told the reason why there was a cut of the player's salary was to sustain the club. But after that, later on, we realized that there was about 55 redundancy. What was it about? I don't know if you can explain to us.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I don't really have the inside information on that, except to say that the club asked the players to take a cut in wages, which the vast majority of the players did. But their thinking, as far as the job losses are concerned, is that they need to streamline the club anyway, and this would have happened even without the COVID crisis. They say they need to streamline the club for the future. We need to be a bit leaner and for us to go forward, and that is what they've told us. Some very good people that I've known for a long time have been made redundant, and it's quite sad. But it's the way of the world at times, I suppose. But it very disappointing. But yeah, that's as much as I know. It wasn't down to me.
Yeah. So thank you, Mark. Anyone with any question?
Where are the girls?
Nee Botte here.
Okay, Uncle Nee.
Hi, Nee.
Yes. My question to Mark is, Mark, you like you're saying, you have so many supporters clubs out here. In this age and time, what from at your level in Arsenal, can you do to build synergies among your supporters, so that if you choose to do something here in Africa, you can combine 2 or 3 countries and to do it together, instead of picking one country at a time to do something?
Yeah, I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'm quite happy to, if we've got other countries involved as well, we can do calls like this. That wouldn't be a problem. If you're talking about tours and things like that with the team, at the minute, that's not very likely at all. Again, down to COVID. But, I know that they look at the African market in general very strongly each time they go on tour. But so far they haven't come to Africa. But I really push the fact that we've got so many supporters in Africa, and that we need to get out there at some stage. And I know it's yourselves and Nigeria is very strong, and even South Africa as well. So the club are aware of the support out there. And I think one day, and it probably won't be too long, once COVID is over, you'll see an Arsenal team in Africa. But I can't say what country that will be, or whether it will be 2 or 3 countries. But I think the club would love to come out there, but we just have to wait and see.
Okay. Wow.
Father, I have another question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here again. Over the years, for some time now, there's been that bad toxic amongst the Arsenal fans, always going after our players, attacking them, psychologically affecting them. A classical example is Granit Xhaka, who we virtually lost to a return to Germany until Arteta stepped in, spoke to him, changed his mind, and we've now seen that he's become an integral part, virtually an untouchable in our setup. As the leaders for the support base, how are we going about sanitizing our fans so that they will not listen too much to the negativity being reported by the media, which goes down into the main support base, and then our players get affected? For me, I think even we finding it difficult to ship players off is the fact that there's been a constant attack on our players and their quality. If you're a supporter of Arsenal and say, oh, your player is not good, I'm not sure any club coming in will have that kind of nerve to even come and say, I'm paying this or that amount of money for you.
Yeah, I make you 100% right, and it is an issue. I don't think it's just an Arsenal issue, though. I think a lot of the problem with Arsenal is that we're so active on social media, our fans, and you always get a few people who will be negative no matter what. And but London clubs, particularly, Chelsea, West Ham, Spurs, Crystal Palace, they will. They're quite demanding supporters in the ground, and I think as well, people do look back to the fairly recent past and think of all the success we had, and look at it now and just think it's it's just not good enough. And we've slipped from the standards we might have had 5 or 10 years ago, and they pay a lot of money to go to the games, and I think there's a sort of attitude now that everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I think that's what happened with Granit. And again, I think you're totally right. It was very unfair, and I think it's great credit to him and also Mikel that they've turned that around. And as you say, he's playing so well now. He looks a totally different player, and I think maybe the fans might have learned a little bit of a lesson from that. It reminded them of what they're actually there for, and that is to support the team. And I think you're totally right. You see guys like yourselves thousands of miles away from the club, who support the team through the good times and the bad times. And sometimes the people inside the ground may be a little bit spoilt, and they. It'd be better if we could get all you guys in the ground sometimes, but obviously, that cost a lot of money, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So
I've
anyone?
got 2 more
I have
questions,
a
but now
question.
moving from
Okay, Nana. Your name,
Yes.
and then your question.
Okay. My name is Nana.
Mrs.
Mark, can you?
Ozils.
Yes, Mrs. Ozil. So you know who I'm coming to talk about then. Yes, so I certainly want to know what is happening with Ozil, Arteta, Arsenal, because as fans we always, arguing. The fans are divided. Some of us are really sad about the current happening. So we want to find out what is happening. Is Ozil being frozen out of the team? Is it something beyond? We would really want some clarification so that we know whether to still back him or I don't know. But please tell us something if you know. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Well, I can't really tell you a lot because I don't know either. However, I think it's quite clear that he's not in Mikel's immediate plans. I thought he would be in the squad for the Carabao Cup game against Leicester City, but he wasn't even in that squad. So I think if they can sell him or get him out on loan, they probably will do. But having said that, Mikel has said quite clearly that if Mesut and Matteo Guendouzi train properly, it's a clean book for him, and there's potential for them to get back in the squad. But at the minute, it's just not happening. I don't know what went on to change that situation the way it is now. But I think the club's attitude is if they can move him on, they will, because it's a big wage that they could use elsewhere.
Well, thank you. I'm not entirely, but thank you for saying something about it.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you more, but I honestly don't know anymore.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Lots of people with rumours and what have you, but I would say just ignore all the rumours. And if he turns up back in the team in a month's time, then you'll be very happy. But don't be surprised if he's not.
Pat, can I ask a follow-up question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark, the issue why we are all confused is that before the lockdown, Ozil was in the team and he was doing well to some extent. Yeah. But during the COVID, the issue about this wage issue, cutting of the wage, and we heard Ozil resisted. And then following that action, then we realized that things were not going on well. Could it be one of the reasons?
I think there's a saying in England. I don't know if it's the same in Ghana. There's no smoke without fire, and he was one of the ones who decided that they didn't want to take the pay cut. Why he was the only one named? There was 3 players, and I don't know the other 2. So why he was the only one? You do wonder whether people have got a bit of an attitude towards Mesut, but that must have some bearing on it, because Mikel has said that if the players are not committed to how he wants to run the club, then they don't play, and Mesut hasn't played since. So I think you can take it from that, really.
Okay. So, anyone with any question?
I have 2 questions, but if no one is coming, then I should shoot then.
Okay.
Yeah. again, I want to find out. Arsenal has been off for virtually 3 years now. I remember somewhere last season, it came up that the club would want to honor him and fans should vote as to what we want him, how we want him honored, whether his name should be placed on the stadium or whichever way we want him honored. I want to know from the official Arsenal fans' point of view, how would we want Arsene Wenger honored? And then someone like Ian Wright, who has been pushing positive vibe around the club. He's not having a statue at the stadium, virtually an icon for the club. From the official Arsenal supporters' point of view, with what he's doing for us off the pitch, would we want to push for him to be also honored, at least get him a stadium or anything around the stadium for his works being done for the club after he went on retirement?
Yeah, I think Arsene is still in contact with the club quite strongly, but he doesn't want to come back to games yet because he feels that he might put the manager under pressure. So he sort of kept his distance. But I know that there is plans to honour him, and I think it might well be with a statue. So you know, that look out for that in the coming time period. So I think Arsene will be the next person to have a statue. Then it's open to debate on who should be the next one. Ian Wright is definitely in there for to be honoured. I think David Rocastle is another one that's very popular with the fans, that he should be honoured. So, you know, there's a few candidates there, but I would say Wrighty is pretty strong. And as you say, he does so much good for the club, and he's such an enthusiast. I don't know if you saw his interview with Pierre the other week on signing his new contract and how excited he was, you know, and he's a great guy. I've met him quite a few times, and he loves the Arsenal. And so, you know, I agree with you. I think that there must be some way of honouring him. But Arsene is the next on the list.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay, let me. We have less than 10 minutes to go, so definitely, let's take 2 questions and then we wrap up.
I'm making a suggestion.
Okay.
Wenger doesn't need a statue. Change the name of the football club to Arsene FC. That's it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and let's take 2 questions, then you wrap up.
Hello. Yeah, Mark, I think I joined late. I wanted an update on the membership. I didn't get that.
Yeah,
probably you can. Yeah.
Definitely. There'll be updates. Maxi, there'll be updates probably soon. So let's wait and see.
Sure. All right.
So where they wanna girls? Miss Duncan Dems, where are they?
So okay. One more question, then we'll wrap up.
So let me chip this in, right?
Okay, Bismarck.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Bismarck.
Sure. I'm here again. So I would want to know, Arsenal Football Club, we all know is not a charity club, right? Now, as supporters, we go around each year to donate, maybe to the orphanage, you know, as part of our social contribution to the Ghanaian community, right?
Yeah.
So I'd want to ask, I'm sure the supporter clubs in various countries also do same, right? Yeah. So I'd want to know that, is there any way the club in its small way, right, not by financing or anything, is there any way by which the club in its small way supports the supporting club of a country? So say, for instance, Ghana, if we have a donation to make, or we're trying to complete a project for a school needy community, right? So we write to the Arsenal club that this is it. Maybe say project this. If there's any way they could support the, I know it's not a charity club, as I said. So by giving us souvenirs, Arsenal souvenirs or something to distribute and project this club you know, I don't know how to put this, but
Yeah,
is there any way the club, are there any plans that, or is there any procedure the club in Ghana needs to go through or to follow to get this achieved? Yeah.
Okay. Two points on that. Firstly, what we can do directly, each club is entitled each season to a signed item. So we can get you a signed shirt. You would have to send me the shirt, the current season's shirt. I see you're wearing one, Bismarck. And we can get that signed by the playing squad, and we can send it back to you, and you guys could use that as a to raise funds. So that's one way directly. The other way is that we do have a charitable foundation, the Arsenal Foundation, and they do loads of work through Save the Children all around the world. And you can get in touch with those guys. The address is on the website, and maybe make an application to see if there's some way that they can support you. So that could be someone, or you can send it through me, and I can forward it onto the foundation. Okay. Obviously, they get a lot of requests, and it depends what they see their priorities as. But yeah, I think if you've not seen any of the videos from around the world where the foundation have got involved, they do some great work. So there is potential there.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Over to you again, Chairman.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
The chairman's under pressure now.
It's not easy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. I think the time is almost up, and thank you, Mark, for the answers to all the questions. And
it's great to see you guys.
We'll bring you back to probably during the season 2.
Yeah. It's great to see you, and thanks for all your support. We know you're out there, and keep supporting the Gunners, and hopefully we can get back in the Champions League this year and maybe win another trophy as well, which will be a lot more than Spurs will do.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark.
All right, guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.